Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing this afternoon? I'm doing just fine. Just woke up from my nap after going to see my eye doctor's appointment, and I'm still slightly dilated. But when I came home, I was coming home once again, but I had on my darker sunglasses, and plus, they gave me those glasses that they give you, when you're coming out in the sunlight. It was still bright, but these, I don't know why I couldn't fit these glasses. Well, look at these things. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all, I was out of focus. But I went over there to get this out of my scooter because I did ride my scooter. These are what they give you. And I was trying to put, after I got outside, because I was trying to see if my glasses, the ones that I wore my darkest sunglasses to my doctor. And then it still felt bright, but not like before, because I didn't have those I wore those dark glasses. I said, I'm going to wear these just in case. And so when I got outside, it still felt a little bright. I said, well, let me see if I can put these on underneath my glasses. But when I was outside, maybe I should have done it when I was still inside. These things, I'll tell you, and they're not like the ones they used to give you before. They weren't like this. This is ridiculous. So anyway, I took these off because they wasn't fitting right, and I just wore my regular dark sunglasses. Let me show them to you. Well, you've probably seen them before, but I'll show them to you again. Hold on just a second now. Hold on, 'cause I'm coming. Just hold on. Oh, yeah. I'm coming. And when I was at my doctor's office, I had to walk a long distance. And I said, well, I said, because I told the lady, I said, I can't walk that far. She said, well, it's sort of far, but not real far. She said, if you feel like you can't walk it, we can bring your scooter around here. And wow, was it far, y'all. I could feel it in my hip from doing that walking. Yeah. And I haven't complained about my hip. If you notice, I haven't complained about my leg for quite some time. But anyway, these are the glasses that I wore. And they really work. They're just like the brown ones that I wore. The brown ones got this little thing here on the side. But the lens part is way darker. And so I wore these home with no problema. And I was tired. I was really tired when I got home because, of course, I couldn't sleep the night before. As a matter of fact, my granddaughter was supposed to come back here today, which I don't think she would have come anyway because she was sounding kind of drowsy when I told her I was getting ready. I was going to go to sleep. And as a matter of fact, I did, so I just woke up. And I put some cube steak over here in my slow cooker. I think I might have to take it out. Oh, I smell it. I wonder, should I put some water in there? Let me put a little bit of water in there. I got dishes in my sink, y'all. Ain't done nothing. Like I said, I went to the doctor and that was it. Came back home. I'm just going to put a little bit to see how that works. Cube steak. Can you see that? Just 2 cube steaks. And on the bottom, under the bottom of it, I have some onions. And that's going to probably take a while before it gets done. That's why I'm going to probably make me a sandwich. But I had company over the weekend. How was your weekend, by the way? Mine was good. I didn't really have company. I never have company. I just had family. My daughter and my grandson, which I hadn't seen for a while, he seemed like he done reached the ceiling. He's so tall. And I went out to see my daughter's new place. And who else? Yesterday, my other granddaughter, the one that's having the baby tomorrow, she says they're supposed to induce her tomorrow. She looks like she's ready. Yeah, she ready. And she came by yesterday, I guess after church, just her. She didn't bring the children with her. It was just her. And that was it. So I had, pretty full weekend for a change. Have somebody come over. But when she came, I wasn't expecting her. I was in my bed, and so I heard the doorbell. I had just got laid down, got in the bed. Ding dong. I said, who in the world is this? And so I peep out my window, because I can see my door from my window. And it's her. And so I said, wait a minute. So I had to hurry up and put some clothes on, because, of course, I don't sleep with no clothes on. And she stayed for quite a while. As a matter of fact, she went to Mickey D's for me. I had a chicken pot pie, y'all. And I had a soda. Oh, you know what? Look how they write prescriptions. Look at this. This is what they do. I don't know. I've never went to this doctor before. She's an optometrist. I thought optometrists were the one that did the glasses, but they're not. She did, this doctor, like I said, I had never gone to her before. She's an optometrist. And I don't know exactly what a doctor do, but anyway, they dilated my eyes. First, she has the, a tech or a nurse or somebody come in there and do the examination of my eyes, with the chart. Look here, look there. How many can you see in this row? How many can you see in that row? First eye, second eye, that sort of thing. And then she comes in with her bright. They send you after the lady did that. They took me for another long walk. And this walk was longer than the first walk. I said to myself, why can't they just have everything, a little closer together? As big as that place is, I mean, it's huge, believe me. It's a hospital itself, And it looked like they had some empty spots in there. But anyway, I took another long walk, and it was a long walk this time, y'all. And so, of course, you get lost because they got to show you back or either lead you back where you came from originally. But anyway, I got through it. I was done with my appointment for about an hour, I would say, after they got through doing everything. And so I was on my scooter, got there in plenty of time, didn't have a long wait or anything like that. And everything went smooth. But like I said, when I got outside, but thank goodness I had those darker glasses on because the sun was bright. It was a beautiful day, y'all. I mean, when I went out this morning, I had on a long sleeve shirt because it was chilly. It was like in the 60s. And I also took my jean jacket with me. I don't know. I must have put it in my room because it was on my scooter. And I had my jean jacket with me just in case I got cool because I'm going downtown. But thank goodness I didn't need it. The long sleeves were enough. I was very comfortable. And I got there in plenty of time. Matter of fact, I think I got there 10 or 15 minutes, before my actual appointment. And then I came home. I haven't eaten anything. I have not, except some chips. I had some chips I had put over here in this bag, which I didn't finish them all. And that's all I had for lunch. Well, I had breakfast, I had cereal for breakfast to take my meds. And then when I came home, I said, oh my goodness, what am I going to eat? And I was going to stop to this place downtown they have a sub place. You know, you can buy subs, you know, the foot longs. And they make a pretty decent sub. But then I said, if I stop, matter of fact, I had stopped. And I had actually parked my scooter. But then I look inside, this place is always crowded. You know, especially at a certain time of the day. And I got out of there, I think when I was coming through there, I think it was almost, you know, lunchtime, maybe 11. It was something almost 11, I think it was. For some people, that's lunch. And, you know, there's a lot of younger people down there, too, that go in that store, you know. So like a little delicatessen. And then in the back, they make subs. And they fill them subs up. You know, you ain't skimping around trying to look like you get meat in every bite, trust me. And so I said, well, I gotta, you know, I was thinking, if I go in there, I can't leave my jacket outside. I gotta pack up and take a bag and put a bag in there, which I mean, I could have done that, but I didn't feel like doing all that, you know, and plus my eyes was still very dilated. And so I said, well, let me get on home. I'm only about 15 minutes from home on the scooter. And so I just rode on home, came home, ate me some chips, and of course, you know how the computer, that uncomfortable feeling in the computer, you know, when you get your eyes dilated. And so you can do the computer, but you know it's uncomfortable. I think I played one game or something like that, but I didn't have my sunglasses on. I did not. And so, speaking of glasses, my doctor gave me that prescription for some glasses that I can use when I'm when I'm doing the computer. She said they're regular bifocals. But the other doctor, see, doctors are different. One doctor tell you one thing, another doctor tell you something else. They told me if I was doing a lot on the computer, that I should have the progressive lens, which I never got because them things cost over $100 and something. I said, I can't afford that. And this been years ago. I'll just use the glasses I got, which is my old glasses, these right here. And so my doctor, she says my eyes are still about the same, you know, they're still they're keeping an eye on just in case, you know, for glaucoma. That's what they're really checking for. And then she wants me to come back in 3 months. I'm not going back in 3 months because I feel like it's unnecessary. Because plus that, I have to go to see the ophthalmologist. And that appointment, I know I'm boring now, but I got to talk to somebody. I got to tell somebody. And the ophthalmologist, matter of fact, I got another appointment on Monday to see my dermatologist. Got an appointment with my office. Wait a minute. That next appointment for my ophthalmologist is not until March the 17th. So maybe I will go to see her because she gave me an appointment. She says about 3 more months. So I might, you know, go back just for her to check me in 3 months. But that's still too soon. As far as I'm concerned, it's too soon. Depends on how I'm feeling after 3 months. She said there really was no changes in my eyes. Everything looked good. And she was, you know, she had a heavy accent and I couldn't hardly understand her. She kept asking me the same questions over and over, you know, like every night, this gnat. Freaking gnat. She keeps asking me the same question. Ever so often she'll come back and ask me that same question again. She says, so you're not diabetic anymore? I said, no, I'm not. She go on and talk about something else, and then she asked me my insurance. She asked me the same questions, like, she'll go away. It's like she was testing my brain or something. You remember I was telling you how that doctor's study was testing my brain? I was like, Jesus creepers. So maybe she need a doctor. But anyway, I'm not being silly this afternoon, y'all. I'm just hungry. And I think I'm going to make, you know what I think I'm going to have? I think I'm going to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Something I haven't had in a while that cube steak is getting ready. And drink some more water if I got some. I knew I had some water. Oh, I drank that little bit I had over there because I did have some water up here. I don't know what I'm going to prescription, refill. If it's a nice day tomorrow, I'll go and see if I can get it filled tomorrow. So how y'all doing on this Monday Monday afternoon? It's 4 o'clock actually. I'm doing well. I feel pretty good since I got my nap. But of course I couldn't sleep last night. That's why I slept such a long nap today. That burns me up because my appointment was like at 9 o'clock this morning. I told the old girl over there to wake me up, set the alarm for like 7 o'clock. Then I said, I'm tell this old girl, because I couldn't sleep. You know how it is when you're tossing and turning, you can't sleep. I wasn't really tossing and turning. I was actually laying there watching TV. Some people say you turn the TV off and maybe you could sleep. But anyway, I told her again at 7 o'clock. I said, I'm going for the 7:30 because I'm not that far from downtown. I said, wake me up at 7:30. 7:30, as the time was going on, I still couldn't fall asleep. So I just told her to just cancel it. And I got up, I think around 6. What time I got up around? Yeah, about 6 o'clock I got up. Yeah. So I didn't sleep. I hadn't slept at all. And then I just went straight to bed, almost straight to bed when I got home. After playing a game of Scrabble and eating some potato chips. Yeah. And other than that, y'all, I don't have any excitement to talk about today. Except my grandson, he got a biblical name. I think both of them have biblical names. Isn't that something? There's 2 sisters that's having a baby boy. One had a baby boy in May, last part of May. And so they're like May, June, July, August. They're going to be like 3 months apart. They have playmates. Yeah, because they're just 3. They're just going to be 3 months apart. Yep. And I don't know how many grandchildren, these are great-grands, not grands. I only got like 13 or 14, I think it's 13 grands. Excuse me. And 20-some great-grands. I said, wow, they busy. But after this, they say no more. The other one had 5, she's got 5 children, and this one has 4. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to close out the video, y'all, because I ain't doing nothing but jibber-jabbing. Jibber-jabbing on an empty stomach. Can't you tell I ain't got that much pep? So on that note, I'll see you again soon.